Hi everybody, this is Rita with Bloom Stitch, and I hope you are having a good Thursday. Thank you so much for being here and for your support. And I want to share with you my latest creation. It is a fabric and lace journal, my very first and most likely my very last fabric and lace journal. The reason I said very last is because I did not really enjoy making it. I think it did turn out really well. The reason I didn't is it was pretty difficult to create it. For some reason, I have a harder time manipulating fabric and lace than I do have paper. What I mean by manipulating, it's probably not the right word, sorry about that, but what I mean by is to work with, to bend it to my will, as you will, kind of sort of speak, to lay the way I want it to lay and to behave the way I wanted it to behave. I mean, I have a harder time doing that with lace and fabric than I do with paper. But my inspiration came from the wonderful Maggie White. Shout out to Maggie. Please do visit her YouTube channel. She's Maggie White on YouTube. She is absolutely amazing. I take my hat off in front of her. I truly admire her work, and until recently I haven't watched many of her fabric and lace creations, but I watched quite a bit recently, and I'm amazed. I watched her beginning to end series of how she makes her fabric and lace journals, and she is just so patient and painstakingly working with every little bead and every little applique that she cuts beautifully apart. I just couldn't say enough good things about her work. I really have a lot of respect for Miss Maggie's work, and mine comes nowhere near to to what she does. This is my very first one, and but she was my inspiration. Her work is absolutely amazing. You have to check it out. But let me share with you. This will be listed, and as I said, this is probably the only one that I'm going to make. And I have used a lot of different things. I have a quilt, this toile. I'm not sure if that's what you would call this. It's really nice and squishy, and that is my base for my journal, which measures, I'm not including the lace on the top or the bottom fringes, just the actual, this part here measures about 6.5, 6.75 by 7-ish or so. And I used all kinds of goodies on this beauty. I'll share that with you. This is the front with lots of 3D appliques, beaded appliques, pearl strings. These were from a large doily tablecloth that when you cut apart, it's a vintage one, I didn't actually coffee dye this. When you cut it apart, the way that the doilies connected within that tablecloth was by this, and I just put a pearl in the middle of it, a flat back pearl. Another part of that applique here, and this is, I'm not sure if this is called tatted or what, but this is actual vintage, very very delicate little not tablecloth, but you would put it on a table or a side table under maybe a little vase or something. It just is beautiful, the one that's underneath here. Now I covered, let me show you, the kind of open it up like this. This is sideways. I covered this black and white quilt with not fabric, but lace. Sewed it all around it. So different laces all around it. And then this comes courtesy of, it's actually a brand new curtain that had these on the bottom of it. Beautiful. Cross seal, I think that's how you pronounce that, curtain. Just absolutely beautiful, these tassels. So that was front and back. So when you open this up, every page is different, and mine are not straight. As you can see, these pages are, I sewed them in, but they are not completely straight, just kind of my shabby style that I adapted to this creation also. So start with here on the left side. If I can get this in the frame, there's lace on the bottom, and then I have these little danglies that I did coffee dye. And then here, these are kind of a sparkly applique that frames this beautiful picture on the left side. The pictures in here are the only ones that are paper. That's the only paper items in this journal. They have been Mod Podged for strength and a little bit of a sheen to them. So yeah, so this is on the left side, and then I have different appliques on the right side and on the top. Each image has a doily underneath it throughout the book. This is also nice vintage, all of them are vintage actually, all the doilies. This is also a very delicate one, just like similar, not the same, but similar to the one that I had here on the front. So that's the left side here. And then this one is my favorite page. I don't know, there's a lot going on, just like in my journals. I like it when there's a lot of stuff going on. And this little girl, I just absolutely adore that picture with her cute little hat. This is a beautiful 3D applique here on the right side, kind of a mauvish pink color, absolutely gorgeous. There's a couple layers going on here. That the bottom one I coffee dyed, and then this rosette lace is just gorgeous. This is one of my little coffee dyed fabric bows that I had to put in there, a little trim here, the same on the top. And then there's two different things going on here. A little bit of a little doily that I cut in half. That's from a tablecloth. And then this is a vintage wedding dress applique that I had coffee dyed. And again, it's sitting on a doily. So that's my favorite page. And then we go to the middle of the signature. It's a one signature journal, but as we reach the middle, I wanted to point out the bottom here. This is from a curtain. This is gold. I don't know if it comes through. It's golden, and it just hangs down here beautifully. It gives it a nice big skirt here. So that's our middle. And then on this side of the quilt, the base, which is the white part, you know, when you open the quilt up, the one side will be white. So this is the white side, and I put a pink lace on there that actually comes from a dress that I cut apart, and it's a vintage dress. So these two images here and their accompanying decorations are kind of a mirror image. What I mean by that is I use this pretty much the same items to decorate around this little girl image as I did on this side. So I have this golden decoration, same on this side. The beautiful rosettes, golden rosettes, I have that over here. And then a little doily with the handmade, I handmade this flower that's sitting on the top and hand sewed it, and the same on this side. So what I do with these petals, these are I think chiffon material, I cut them into circles and I cinch them over fire, little candle fire. I do have a video about this, a recent video where I did similar ones. And once they reach this little perked up side, I just sewed 3 of them together, hand sewn them together with a pearl in the middle. So that's what's here, and that's what's up here. And then I have a cute bow down here. It's kind of hanging down, a long one. And then I have a different bow. That's the only thing that's different on this side. And then I have this cute little rosette bluish color on each side. So this is our middle. And then it has some coffee dyed lace on the side. And then we go to the last page. So on the left side here, what we have going on is, again, a doily on the bottom. And then our image, our lady image, is surrounded by this beautiful 3D pink and lavender applique on this right, at the bottom and the right side. And then we have a rosette on the left. And then these pearl, it comes on a string on the left side and on the top. And on the right side, we have a pocket. So you can actually store something in here. Pictures, you know, mementos, a card. I collaged a postcard that I will include in here for you. So this lace that I made the pocket out of is the same as I have on the bottom here hanging down, the golden one. And then we have these little dangly things on the top of the lace here hanging down. And this flower is the one that I did in that recent video where I showed how I make how I curl up the flowers over the candle fire. And so I made that. It's a handmade flower. It's kind of a burgundy-ish, brownish, burnt color, and it's several layers. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers, I believe. There's a little lace in between. So each layer is individually singed over the candle, and then I hand sew it together and put the pearl in the middle, and then I just glued that on here on this pocket. So that's the back of the book. Again, it's not perfect, it's not completely straight, it's very unperfect. Is that the word? Imperfect. I'm sorry, not unperfect, imperfect. And but I think it turned out pretty good. This is the front again. Just show you real quick the couple of these pages. Here's our middle, and then here are the last 2 pages with the pocket where you can store something. So this will be listed today. And what's next for me is I have a custom order that I will be working on for a journal, and I'm really itching to get some Christmas things going for my shop. I really want to make a journal, a Christmas journal, some smaller items, Christmas items, some traditional, some pink Christmas. I love pink Christmas, but I also like the traditional one. I think I like the pink one a little bit more. But anyways, let me not ramble on here. I just wanted to share this with you today. Again, a shout out to Miss Maggie White. Please check out her channel, Maggie White YouTube. And her creations are absolutely out of this world. And this is my faint attempt at the Fabric and Lace Journal. Thank you so much for your support, and peace out.